Gotta love it. On my way to Las Vegas to speak at the Silver Symposium and broke down transmission. Boom. Lakia. Boom. And I got to be honest with you, I'm pretty grateful. As stressful as life gets and trying to make it, and we're going to be talking about what Jerome Powell just announced to a bunch of teachers, but I just got to say, I believe that we are saved from something happening later today, and I'm very grateful for it. And I've got to come at life from a side of gratefulness and gratitude. And we are even able to break down on a nice wide part of the highway where AAA is going to be able to pick us up. Thank heavens for AAA. Hey, so let's talk about, not me being late, but let's talk about what's going on with Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell, he just said this: the public plays key role in Fed's economic influence. Now, there's very important things going on behind the scenes here, and I want to explain that right now. The public's understanding of the Federal Reserve's role and actions is pivotal to its influence on the economy. The public's understanding. Type 1 if you think the public has no clue what the Fed's role is in this economy. Hey, type 2 if you think the public has no comprehension that the Federal Reserve is a private bank. It is neither federal or has any reserves. That's weird, makes a pew pew. And type 3 if no, people get it. People totally get it. Not seeing a 3. No, don't see a 3. Still no 3s. Weird. Okay. It says here, addressing a group of teachers, Mr. Powell said, now think about this. He's addressing a bunch of teachers. You know, it's like addressing a bunch of bankers. Bankers have no clue what the Fed's role is. Go into your local bank. Don't even talk to a teller. Talk to the manager and ask the manager, hey, what's fractional reserve lending or finance? Ask what the Federal Reserve does and how the monetary policy affects currency. They won't know anything, right? Because it's not taught in the schools. So addressing a group of teachers, Mr. Powell said that one of the Fed's goals when releasing economic projections is to influence spending and investment decisions today and in months ahead. Let's stop there. The Economic Ninja has been online for what, 3 years, 3 years, 5 months. It's my birthday. It's almost 3.5 years. Remember when you were young and you used to talk in like, I am this much and a half. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm 3.5 years old on YouTube, and I have been addressing this ever since I started. The fact that the Federal Reserve, where they're moving with their dot plots and how to read between the lines between the way Fed speak works, the Board of Governors, how they do their interviews, they always project ahead what's coming, what they're going to do with their monetary policy, whether it be tightening or loosening. They always tell you. There's a super easy way of projecting this and figuring this out. That's why you know when this housing crash is going to happen. It's not like I got a crystal ball, right? So he's telling you right there, as he's talking to a group of teachers, they couldn't even be making the point more clearly, but a lot of people don't get it. When releasing, this is right here, it said that one of the goals that the Fed has when releasing economics projections is to influence spending and investment decisions. Right now, for the last year and a half, the Fed has said we're going to be tightening. And the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell himself said, you are about to experience pain. Type 4 if you remember when he said that. He said it to the public. You are going to experience pain. Why did he say that? Because he knows that the general perception of the Federal Reserve is a complete lie in most people's brains. And they have no comprehension of what tightening does. As a matter of fact, you have people all over the internet, all over YouTube, making millions and millions of dollars saying, you got to go buy a house right now. This is easy. Go do a sub-2 project. Go borrow tons of money. It doesn't matter that rates are at 7%. It doesn't matter. Homes are always going up because these fools, and they are fools. Why? Because they've never been through 2 cycles, let alone 1 full cycle of tightening policy. And Jerome Powell is telling a bunch of teachers, you should read the writing on the wall. Should I just come out and say the crash, we're causing a crash? This is going to cause a crash. You know, when things are really low for a long time and people get all fat on, stimulus and on low interest rates and easy credit, and then we pull up the rug. A rug pull is actually bad. Oh, no, it's super funny. People are thinking, like, I watch those on Facebook all the time in shorts. No, this is an economic rug pull. But all right, I digress. Let's move on. He goes on to say, but that will only be the case if the public understands how the Fed's monetary decisions affect their own finances. What? This is incredible news. This is incredible. He's straight up telling you, you guys, if you don't understand what we're doing, you're all screwed. That's what he's saying in Fed speak. Yeah, I get it. He's watching this right now. He's like, that there ninja gets it. But that's my point. That's why I've been trying to warn the country, warn my coworkers, warn everybody I can. The coolest thing is, this is the cool thing. Type 6 if your family thinks you're nuts, because you try and do the same thing. But type 7 if you feel comfortable in a group surrounding like this. We have the most amazing group of people because we're aware. We're getting prepared, which means we're not scared, right? Neil, are you already in Vegas? I got to ask him. Find out if Neil's already in Vegas. He is in Vegas already. Everybody's in Vegas right now. The ninja's the only one that's not there. And now I'm on the side of the road. That's cool. I'm happy. We got cell signal. I got my coffee. Thank you, Lord, for protecting my family and myself as we go to Vegas to meet so many of you awesome people. All right, so again, we're going to get back to this. It says here, I've lost it. Yeah, teachers, he says, play a key part in this process. It's not true, actually. Powell, all the teachers in school went to Coolidge and they didn't get a good education when it comes to Fed monetary policy and how central banks have snuck into the country, and went against the Constitution because it says money shall be in no form other than gold and silver. And this is the third attempt by the Federal Reserve, which it stuck this time, to destroy our country. Jerome, the teachers didn't learn that stuff. That's why they got to come to the economic ninja. And it's not like I'm the end all be all. All of you know the same thing I do. I just got a big mouth. He says here, economic educators impart knowledge that is instrumental in how the Federal Reserve promotes a healthy economy. What a lying sack of crap. I'm sorry. This guy's a lying sack of crap. Let's just go ahead, put sack of crap down below. He says, in a way, when you are teaching students, you're also conducting monetary policy. This guy is high. Who's been feeding Jerome Powell a bunch of weed? I get it. It's legal just about everywhere now. This is insanity. This is in the news. I'm going to read it again because we all need a good laugh. Economic educators impart knowledge that is instrumental in how the Federal Reserve promotes a healthy economy. In a way, when you are teaching students, you are also conducting monetary policy. And this is a direct quote. And I want you to understand, this is the scary thing. He's 100% right. Now think about this. This is why you have to understand. And this is what is so exciting about this crash. Type 10 if you believe that most people out there right now are complete fools. And I'm going to use the word moron, because a moron to me is somebody that can't even take in truth because they're so delusional in their head. They built up fake things in their mind. They can't even listen and comprehend truth. So I see some 10s out there. Okay, good news. They're your competition. I tell this to young people all the time. They're like, I'm nervous about what I'm going to do in this world. Like, well, do you have a solid head on your shoulders? Yeah. Can you work hard? Yeah. Do you want something great in your life? Yeah. Guess what? All of your competition are the ones running around with crazy hair, like pink and blue dyed, and they got chalk with them in their backpack, and they need a safe space, and they just need some government stimulus. That's your competition. The only thing I'm worried about is you owning a company, you're going to have to hire some of them. But it's true what he said. Jerome Powell said, teachers actually enact monetary policy. Why? Because they have the ability to lie to their students. Now, are teachers lying on purpose? Absolutely not. But even if something comes out of your mouth and you don't know if it's true or not, but it comes out of your mouth and you teach it, it's still, if it's not true, it's a lie. And you're perpetrating the lie. And that's why we need real financial education in our system to show people the Fed is the Wizard of Oz. That's what the movie was made about. It's this little guy pulling strings inside of the Emerald City. It's green like money. And you got the horse of a different color running around, just changing colors like, hey, I'm pink, hey, I'm green. Because that's what monetary policy does. When one system fails, they put out a new note with a different color. Literally, that's what the movie's about. And once you expose the little man pulling on the strings, you're like, wait a minute, you're not that powerful. But Jerome Powell is right here telling you the absolute truth. Real quick, we got almost 1,000 people hitting this live stream. And it's because 274 people hit the thumbs up. Thank you to everybody that did that. Because it helps get this information out. Because sometimes I got to use rhetoric. Sometimes I got to use sarcasm. I got to use straight comedy to get the point across. Because people have no idea that this is affecting our country. Now let's go on to see what amazing things Jerome Powell lies about. Tells the teachers next. Mr. Powell also discussed the basics of understanding economics, the Fed's role in federal government, because they're separate, and how the central bank operates. This should be good. Now remember, I'm just reading this right along with you, okay? This is the Economic Ninja. Every ninja video is a reaction video because I never read ahead. I can barely read. Who are you waving to? Are you waving to somebody? Okay. AJ's in the back seat. All right, here we go. This is what Jerome Powell said. Here's the brilliance of the man. Our main tool, of course, is interest rates. What? It says this, Mr. Powell said. Main tool, sorry, you are a tool. It's the only tool. Sorry, did I say that out loud? The Fed earlier this month left interest rates unchanged. Man, isn't that nice? Just isn't that nice? Type 11 if you think the ninja's right. Rates are going higher. Type 12 if it's all fairyland. All the other banks and everyone's saying Jim Cramer and all those guys. I feel like Romper Room. I got to get one of those things. Here, I don't got anything better. I carry scissors with me. Remember in Romper Room, I see Billy. I see Timmy. I see Janet. Well, oh, Janet Yellen. Oh, Janet lying. Oh, hey, look at you. I see interest rates going higher. I see a housing crash. That's what's coming. That's what's happening. But that's okay. You just keep listening to CNBC. Said earlier this month, they left interest rates unchanged between 5.25% and 5.5%. It was the second pause in 3 meetings. I swear it's like Roman Empire is collapsing right now. We've got stores closing like crazy, vandalism, thefts, defund the police. Crap, bring them back. We're screwed. All this crazy stuff, right? And you've got like Julius, whatever, the guy that's in charge. Like, give them some cake. Or is that was a chick? Whatever. Put it down below who it was. Point being is this. Give them a rate pause. Before we crush them, give them a pause. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to crush it. And they're going to crush the average citizen. Now, I don't want that to happen. I want to warn millions of people. And honestly, I'm only one person. I just hit record. You are the reason why this channel is so successful. Every time you share the video, every time you hit the thumbs up, and this is what YouTube really gets pissed off. Actually, it's not YouTube. It's Biden because he's paying them and bribing them. Probably got some blackmail on them. He's like, they really hate when you hit the bell icon, the notification thing. Like, dang it! His truth is getting out! All right, today I'm a little caffeinated. Let's move on to Jerome Powell, why don't we? It says the Fed's latest economic predictions showed that a majority of those at the Fed also favored one more quarter rate increase this year. I'm just going to tell you this now. It's going to get awkward. It's not going to be just one. It's going to be 2. They like lying to you. Because all this data is going to come out like, oh, inflation's getting worse. Weird. They also forecast that interest rates would be held at a higher level for a more prolonged period of time because of the resiliency of the U.S. economy. Isn't it just resilient? How resilient is it? Well, gas is $7 a gallon in California. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is. What else is resilient? Well, nothing else. No. Boom, food prices are up. That's resilient. This is all crap. Says they, oh yeah. Man, don't you love being lied to? Speaking on the changes the Fed has made since the 2008 financial crisis, Mr. Powell said central banks have become a more transparent institution. Yeah, they have. They're like, no, we're really going to screw you guys. Like you're just get ready for it. It's coming. Oh yeah, you're getting the whole thing. It's just economic collapse. How do you like that? And there's just a bunch of morons running around going, well, that just sounds amazing. Jim Cramer said it's going to be a soft landing. It's going to be like landing on a thing of Charmin. It's going to be, that's the softest. It's also the most expensive. Have you priced out Charmin lately? Holy crap. I mean, I take that back. When I was in college, central banks were a lot about mystery and keeping everybody on the backside, he said. He's telling you right now. He's already said it. You're going to feel pain. He's going to go back to that. He's like, did I not say that like a year and a half ago? You guys should have saved up money. Yeah, I know. The banks are taking your houses. It's like, it was the plan. You had the ninja. The ninja was telling you for 3 years. I can't make this crap up. This is really a bad thing. And all those people are like, man, ninja, you're doom and gloom. Or, oh, this is a great one. I can't believe you just take advantage of people's misfortune. I'm like, hello? I'm trying to warn millions of people. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I'm going to buy up foreclosures like you wouldn't believe. We're going to have like a special TV show. And you're all invited. You're all going to be a part of it. Type 12 if you're going to be a part of this. Type 12 if you're like, yeah, I'm trying to help people and warn them, but I'm going to steamroll over the top of them when it's too late and they don't got the credit score. I'm coming to get that house. I'm going to take over. I'm going to own the land. I'm going to occupy the land. I'm going to do what it says in the Bible. We're trying to help. But you know, hey, the flood's coming. Oh, you're an idiot. You're a doom and gloomer. Stop building a boat. You're like, those are clouds. It never rains. Okay. Why do you sound like Mickey Mouse? I don't know. With a more transparent central bank now, he says, markets can react and affect spending before the Fed interest rate meetings. That's why the ninja knows exactly what they're going to do ahead of time. Has he been watching me? Type 13 if you think he's been watching me. I'd type it right now. He says this is another great quote from Jerome Powell. He's telling you all of the most important things ever. He says they know how the Fed is thinking. And financial conditions will change now. First you see economy growth, now you don't. He's telling you, this is exciting stuff. You're never going to hear, I guarantee you're not going to hear any of this on another YouTube channel because very few people understand this. Mr. Powell added, pointing to the onset of the Fed's monetary tightening cycle in March of 2022. And look at it, it's just a real cute little stair step. Look at it. Boom, 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 boom. You know, this is akin to what happened during the lead up to the Great Recession, but worse. Recently, Mr. Powell has cautioned markets that the central bank would be prepared to raise rates if data merits it, even though the Fed appears to be near or at the end of its rate increases. Whoever's writing this story is a moron. They're drinking their own Kool-Aid. He has also said rates would be held at a restrictive level until the Fed is convinced that inflation is moving down substantially. Just so you know, that's Fed for we want to see the stock markets crash at minimum 25% before we intervene and start lowering rates. That's actually how it works. That's really how it works. So I know when we're going to buy houses. He did not comment or offer clues on future Fed decisions during the town hall. Like, are you high? Who is this? Who wrote this? Stand by. This was the editor's pick. Kyle Fitzgerald. Kyle, seek gainful employment somewhere else. He's telling you. Traders expect interest rates to be held steady the remainder of this year. Data from the CME group showed. Oh, so there's a bunch of traders that know what they're doing? They're the same traders that probably didn't realize that Lehman was collapsing. Bear Stearns was closing. Stock market was heading into a massive correction, not only in both 2007, 2008, but also in 2018. But it's so easy to figure out. Point being is this. I'm just glad I'm stuck on the side of the road with all you guys. I really am. Thank the Lord every day that you have an extra day to prepare for this. Because I'm telling you, you're going to sit back 2 years from now, and as we're scooping up properties, as we're taking control of the land and taking it from a bunch of thieves, mind you, you're going to go, I wish I had more time to prepare. That is what everyone's going to say, including myself, even though I've been preparing for this for 12 years. I'm not kidding. You will see. You will have wanted more time. I had a guy come up to me the other day and say, why is gold not taking off? I'm like, you see what's going on with Costco right now? That's changing the perception of so many millions of Americans that never even were gold buyers. And he's like, yeah, but when is it going to happen? I just want it to go up. I'm like, I know what you've got. You don't have enough. And he just looks at me and he goes, well, you're right. And I'm also stop hoping that gold takes off tomorrow and be thanking the Lord that you have more time, not only to buy that and accumulate that kind of stuff. This isn't financial advice, but like think big, dream big. I'm dreaming big. I'm going to 10x my goals next year in 2024, and you're going to watch me do it. And I am going to use myself as an example to encourage you and motivate you and get you into a position where you're going from winning to winning to winning. And you're going to win so much, you're going to be like, Ninja, I'm tired of winning. No, we're going to go win more. No, come on. I want to go do something else and win. I'm like, fine, then leave. We'll get somebody else that just wants to win and win and win. End of story. Type 13. And yes, today it's the lucky number if all you want to do is win. That being said, I'll see you when I see you in Las Vegas. I think I'm gonna have to rent like a bike. Economic Ninja.